with our match of the week here on RCW Stars of Wrestling, Las Estrellas de la Lucha Libre, and it is for the River City Wrestling International Championship, a title that's been defended in Japan, overseas, and is currently held by the best ever Sammy Guevara as he defends against the ultra-violent beast, Masada. Now Masada, as you saw at the top of the program, turning his back on River City Wrestling. He is a former RCW champion, and he joined in with the Submission Squad in attacking the Samoan Beast Michael Bay and beating up the entire roster of River City Wrestling. Well, now Masada will compete for the International Championship against the best ever right here at Sideliners Grill. Now this is such a contrast of two different styles. You have Masada, the ultra-violent beast, a former CZW champion, a deathmatch champion, against the young, brash Sammy Guevara, only 20 years old, so skilled. But obviously this is such a clash in styles. Now here's the thing about Masada that we know. We know that he's a deathmatch champion. We know that he can fight, that he can brawl. But here's the thing about Masada. He can wrestle as well. And here you see right at the beginning, Masada and Guevara taking things right to the mat. And again, another nose-to-nose stare down. Masada obviously has the size advantage. Guevara with the quickness and agility. He's going to have to use it. He's going to have to go for the high-risk, high-impact maneuvers in order to inflict damage upon Masada. And again, Masada stepping up to Guevara. And Masada is such an intimidating individual, and just a straight-up slap to the face of Guevara, and Guevara is not backing down. That's what you got to do, young man. You have to fight. You have to be willing to take it to the ultra-violent beast. Masada with the go-behind. As I said before, Masada is known for his deathmatch style. However, he is a trained professional wrestler. He can compete on the mat. He can wrestle. He can brawl. He can do it all inside of the ring. And both of these athletes are in a feeling out process. We want to remind fans that the next event is Friday, March 28th at Sideliners Grill. You're going to see Masada, Sammy Guevara, so much more in action. Of course, as you just saw a few minutes ago, a loser leaves River City Wrestling match between two former RCW champions, Christian Valance, who has been the heart and soul of River City Wrestling for so many years, and of course the dominant Samoan beast Michael Faith. I mean, what? There's so much at stake. And there you see a quick roll-up by Sammy Guevara getting the 2 count. As I was saying, there's so much at stake between Michael Faith and Christian Valance. As I said, former RCW champions. In fact, for the second title reign Faith had, he defeated Christian Valance for the RCW championship back earlier this year, back in January of 2014. And both of these athletes will compete in a loser leaves RCW match this Friday at Sideliners Grill, 15630 Henderson Pass, at the corner of Henderson Pass and Thousand Oaks, just off the 281. Doors open at 7:30. The event starts at 8, and tickets are $10 all ages. And of course, all roads lead to the big April 12th event at the Turner Club out in Kirby, just outside of San Antonio. Saturday, April 12th, it is the 12th anniversary show. 12 years of River City Wrestling, the innovators of San Antonio professional wrestling. River City Wrestling, of course, we've already announced one match. It's going to be the ultra-violent beast, Masada, taking on the RCW Legends champion, Homicide, 187, the notorious 187 Homicide. They're going to go one-on-one. This is a match that Ring of Honor and CZW could not put on, but you're going to see it right here in River City Wrestling, Masada versus Homicide at RCW's 12th anniversary show. All right, now there you saw Sammy Guevara was a little bit frustrated here at the onset of this match. He was not expecting the skills of Masada. As I said, Masada has been trained by some of the best in professional wrestling. He has competed in Japan. He has competed in Europe. He has taken all these styles and blended it with his deathmatch style. And that's what makes him such a dangerous competitor. Masada backing Guevara into a corner. Could we see a clean break? And no, you cannot trust Masada at all. We fell victim to that last week. Team River City Wrestling falling to the hands of Masada, who turned his back on the company, as well as the submission squad. And Masada with the point of that elbow right across the back of the head. Guevara fighting back, and that's what you gotta do, man. There you go, Guevara. A chop of his own. Do not get too arrogant. Do not take Masada lightly. He is a renowned wrestler. And there you see a brutal shot from the ultra-violent beast, knocking out Guevara. And there you see the best ever is looping. And a brutal chop from Masada. Masada fires him into the opposite corner, follows in. Head scissors, no. Guevara to the outside, kick blocked. And Masada with that brutal forearm and a European uppercut. Sammy a counter, springboard. Nails the twisting head scissors. And that's what Guevara's got to do. That's what the best ever's going to have to do. There you see the first drop kick had minimal effect. The second one took him down, and Guevara is following right up. That's what he's got to do. He's got to take away the ability of Masada to recover, and he's got to use those high-impact maneuvers. It's going to put a risk on Guevara, but he's going to have to go for it. Look at that! A 2 count, Masada able to kick out, and Masada rolls to the outside, and now he's having to regroup. Watch out! Here comes Best Ever! No! Oh, wow! Masada avoided it, and Guevara able to adjust in midair. And now Masada, again, he is so intelligent. You would think for a brawler, for a guy that competes in these death matches in Japan and in Europe and in the United States, he is able to outthink his opponents, not just with the brutality, but with his mind as well. Guevara with a baseball slide. And Guevara to the outside, but I believe Masada punched Guevara right in the sternum, knocking the air out of him. And the referee's checking on Guevara outside the ring. I believe he knocked the air right out of Guevara with that punch. Guevara tried to dive to the outside, but Masada used that huge fist. And now Masada's in his element. He's outside the ring. Oh, he's bringing Guevara back inside. And Masada, he's like a shark. When he smells that blood in the water, he circles it. He devours it. He is a predator, no doubt about that. Guevara trying to fight back. But there you see that brutal forearm shot, knocking down Guevara. Sammy's trained so valiantly to fight back against Masada. There you see, again, the point of the elbow right across the back of the head of Guevara. He's down. And Masada, he says he wants a 10 count. He believes that Guevara's done already. And, you know, the referee is checking that arm. He's right on top of things here. And Guevara's down. I don't think he's felt an intensity like Masada, a predator like Masada. And again, focusing on the sternum with that knee. He knows that the wind has been knocked out of Sammy Guevara. And again, Masada wanting a standing 10 count. He wants the referee to check things. He basically wants to end this, but in a knockout fashion. No, Masada's going right back to work here. Vertical suplex coming up. No, he just unceremoniously dumps him onto the top rope, and Guevara spills to the outside. Again, the referee checking on him. And this is what Masada does. His offense is so potent. I mean, it's brutal. It's like he knows where to strike, knows how to strike. And as a result, everything that Masada does has double the impact. And this great crowd here at Sideliners Grill watching an incredible match of two contrasting styles. And right now, Guevara is really reaching for air. He was almost counted out of the ring. He managed to beat the count. And there's a 2. And look at Masada staying right on top of things. Masada's not one to walk around and grandstand and gloat. He's going to focus his attack. And right after that pin attempt, he goes straight for the chin lock there. The referee having to check to make sure it's not a joke. Fans, is this Friday, March 28th. We're back at Sideliners Grill. Great camera angle there. The referee is checking the arm. And no, Sammy's still in this. He's still in this fight. He's trying to get back up to that vertical base. Sammy's got to hit harder than that. He's got to fight harder than that. But I wonder if he has the air capacity to use his strength to hit harder than those blows. A nice snap suplex from the ultraviolet beast, going for a pin, not hooking a leg. And as a result, Guevara kicking out at 2. Again, the next RCW event this Friday night, March 28th. We're back at Sideliners Grill for an incredible event. You're going to see loser leaves RCW, the Samoan Beast, Michael Faith, against the man-made machine, Christian Balance. And there you see the pain on Guevara's face after that chop. And Masada is putting Guevara in a precarious position. Possible superplex coming up here. Guevara with some kidney shots and some back shots. He managed to escape the front face lock. And look at this, Guevara! Powerbomb, no! Masada missed. He punched the turnbuckle and a kick right to that knee. There you see the brace knee of the ultraviolet beast, Masada. He has cut down one of the limbs of Masada. Look at Guevara. He's saying, come on, get up, big man. Here comes the best ever. And a nice kick right to the face of Masada. And now it's Guevara who has his win back, who is following up on his attacks. Float over. Beautiful nut breaker by the best ever. Guevara went for a kick and missed. Masada saw coming, and Guevara just with a straight up kick to the back. And that's what Guevara's gonna do. 2, 3. Oh my God, that was close. Oh my God, that was close. As I pointed out earlier, that's what the best ever is gonna have to do. He's gonna have to go for the high risk. Sure, it may not pay off 100% of the time, but the high risk is high impact, and that's what he's got to do to hurt someone like Masada. Guevara, give him the high sign here. Beautiful move, hooks the leg. Again, kicking on at 2, and Guevara can't believe it. He's very shocked, and he's wondering what it takes to put down a deathmatch champion, a pro wrestler of the highest kind. And Masada reverses things with a back suplex. And now the referee is initiating the standing 10 count. Masada is up on his knees, however. Guevara has not moved since that back suplex. He has not moved. Masada is bringing it back up, though. He's going for a second one. Guevara flips out of it. Brutal kick right square to the spine of Masada. And you saw Masada collapse. Who knows if his legs, his arms are tingling, if he has any feeling after that kick right to the back, right to the spine of Masada. Again, the referee initiating the 10 count here. There you hear the fans here at Sideliners. They're getting behind the best ever, trying to motivate him, trying to will him to fight to win over that turncoat Masada. Low kick there. Masada reverses out of it again. Another very low kick. And Masada reverses things with a power bomb. Rolls him over. 1, 2, 3. No! You saw it. Guevara rolled up that right shoulder. And Masada questioned the count. He's saying, come on, man. Come on, ref. But you know what? That is the fighting spirit of Sammy Guevara. And why at 20 years old, he is a 2-time dual champion of River City Wrestling. For 2 times, he has held championships simultaneously. And Guevara, no, he was going for, I believe, a sliced bread. But Masada reversed things. And again, Guevara is up in a precarious position. And now Masada looking for a back suplex off the turnbuckles. Guevara is trying to fight out of it, punching Masada right in the eye. Guevara is setting something up. What a move! What a counter by Guevara! It took the wind out of both guys. There you see Guevara struggling, fighting, trying to get air, trying to use his strength to crawl over and make a cover while Masada's down. He has him down in a possible victory. 1, 2, 3, and that's it, Guevara. Now somehow Masada kicks out. It was only a 2 count. I believe that was it. And what a feather in the cap it would have been if Guevara had scored that 3 count right there and retained his RCW International Championship. But there's still plenty more to go. Masada, I think, tried to roll out of the room. I'm tongue-tied here. I've seen so much action. He tried to roll out of the ring, but he didn't make it. Guevara dropping the knee. Masada moved out of the way, and there you see Guevara reaching at the knee there. He landed 100% on the side of the ring, right against the rail of the ring, and he may have dislocated his kneecap. I don't even know if Guevara will be able to stand on his own. And Masada is focusing his attack. As I said before, Masada's a shark. He smells the blood in the water. He circles it. He is a predator. He knows that Guevara has a wounded limb. And look at that. There are no pretty blue or black mats outside of the ring here at Silencer's Grill. That is 100% floor. That is 100% concrete. And Masada just threw Guevara's knee, his injured knee, right into the floor. And again, he is brutalizing. He is terrorizing the RCW International Champion. And Masada, he wants this match in, and he is telling the referee, call this thing. I am killing this kid. That's what he's doing. He is killing this kid. It is brutality right here at River City Wrestling at Silencer's Grill. And again, Masada telling the referee, call this thing. This thing is over. This match is done. But if you want, I can beat this kid up more. And he does, slamming him hard onto that concrete floor here at Silencer's Grill. And there you see the pain. Guevara reaching for the back, reaching for that knee. And this crowd trying to get the best ever, to get motivated, to regain, to refocus. But I believe, folks, that the end is near, because the player, that is Masada, is focused in, he is zeroed in his attack. And again, he is just yelling at the referee, berating the referee, telling him, call this match, end it, or I'll kill this kid right here at Silencer's Grill. Guevara with the last-ditch effort, diving outside the ring, again using the high impact, the high risk. Guevara's down. That took everything out of the best ever security and officials checking on the best ever. Guevara almost collapsed after rolling Masada into the ring. Guevara trying to get back into the ring. Guevara is going to climb the turnbuckles, and Masada's in right position. Guevara could be going for that 650, but he has so much taken out of him. Will that knee hold up? Will his back hold up? Guevara goes for it, but across the knees of Masada, right across the ribs. It knocked out the air, possibly broke his ribs. And believe me, I know all about that. I know about the pain and the inability to breathe. And now Masada has an STF locked on. And look at this. Look at the way Masada has that hold applied. He's got his hands locked right across the face of the best ever. And because of that, it's over his mouth, it's over his nose, and Guevara cannot breathe. He will not be able to breathe, especially after the injured sternum, the injured ribs. The arm drops a second time, and it drops a third, and that's it. That is it. It dropped our third time, and we have a new RCW International Champion. I can't believe it, but damn it, it's the ultra-violent beast, Masada.